Hi guys, Norm with you again. And a couple of weeks ago, we had a look at unboxing this little transistor checker thing. And this is a lovely looking thing, and I absolutely love it. So what we're going to do today, we're going to have a look inside it. But what I wanted to do first was just see if it worked. Now we don't know how the battery is inside it, so who knows? But yeah, so what we've got to do, I've got a little diode here, a 1N4148 diode, and it's only connected with one leg at the minute. So what we have to do is set this up. I've got the instructions off to the side of me. I'll just bring them in. You see, turn the selector switch to the transistor socket, to forward or reverse, and adjust the meter for full scale deflection, blah, blah, blah. Then connect the diode, blah, 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 and forward or reverse. And so what we do then is we put this into either forward or reverse. I set it to forward, and we set this to adjust, and we set this to full scale, not over the end. Okay, that looks fairly good to me. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but that's okay. So then we put it back to general. Now I connect the diode up, or turn it off first. Connect the diode up. Now, as far as I can tell, when I put it into forward mode, the needle should go as far as it can over to the right. And then when I move to reverse mode, it should come back as far as possible. And if it does that, then the diode's good. But if it goes like all the way forwards and then you click to reverse and it only goes like halfway back, then the diode is bad. So let's go to forward now. Oh, you see the diode there. So I'll go to forward now. And yes, that's going pretty much a good way over. And that means it's got a very low resistance. So that's good. And now in reverse, we're expecting it to go as far back as possible. And there we are, pretty much right back to zero. So that is a good diode. And really, it's as easy as that. I mean, obviously transistors are different. You just put a transistor in and do this push to check, whatever. I haven't got into that yet, but I wasn't really going to test this today, but I just wanted to show it actually working. And what we are going to do today is open it up and see what the battery is in it, and see what it's like inside. So yeah, let's get this thing open and find out about it. And of course, we have got the full schematic here in the instruction manual, which is very good. And you can see, you've got the battery there connected through the switch. There's the meter, and a few resistors. So there is nothing amazing in this. No fancy chips or anything. It is just basically a few resistors here and there, and a battery and a meter. So really, if you wanted to copy this and make your own tester, you could quite easily, really. I mean, obviously, with all these switches, see different parts of switches all linked up by these dotted lines. That that's very good. So let's now get it open and find out. Okay, so I've got the screws out, 4 screws, one in each corner. Now I'm expecting there to be a big PP9, a 9-volt battery in here, and that's probably why this thing had to be so big. So let's have a look. Oh, we're coming out. And no, a little 9-volt PP3. Well, look at that. And of course, the reason it had to be so big was for this switch. And we can see there, forwards and reverse. That's a fairly complicated sort of switch in some ways, when you would think they could have, some way made that better. I don't know, smaller. What does that say? Japan. So the metalwork was made in Japan, so that's good. And we see the back of the meter there with a resistor going across the contacts. And yeah, just as we've seen in the schematic, lots of resistors and switches. So that is very interesting. But I did expect to see one of the big 9-volt batteries. And what we have got is one of these little ones. How do I get that out? Where's the screwdriver? And so is this the original battery? I very much doubt, but you never know. Will there be a date code on the battery? Pause. Okay, so this is the battery that was in it. And I don't think this is a vintage battery. Can't really see any date on it at the moment. Oh, 04/2027. Oh yeah, so that is a modern battery, without doubt. Yes, so well, that's good in some ways, because we know if there was an old battery left in there, it might have leaked and caused all sorts of damage. Although saying that, where the battery is located, down at the bottom there, and with all the rest of the board being above it, if the battery had leaked, it probably wouldn't have done much damage. So yeah, so that's interesting. So let's now bring in the battery tester, and we'll see if this battery is worth putting back in, or do I want to get a new battery and put in. So let's now put that there. Oh, perfect. We're going, oh, if we can see, yep. So that is basically a new battery. Oh, perfect. So whoever sold this on eBay must have put a new battery in to test it and left the new battery in it for me. Isn't that nice? Ag for photo, heavy duty. Nice. Okay. Well, I'll put the battery back in it. And, did we see everything inside? It's just, yeah, quite a jumbled mess of. I think they might have been able to do it a bit more tidier than that. But I suppose back in like 1970 something, early 70s, that was the way to do it. Just sort of point-to-point resistor wiring, and yeah, some heat shrink on all the legs of the resistors so they don't contact with each other, and just make a spider's web. Yeah. And there seems to be, is that some like black paint or black pen or black paint stained there maybe? I don't know, but still, that's very interesting. And this little transistor socket here does seem to be quite high quality. And these banana plug sockets, they're all looking pretty good. So yeah, quite an interesting little device that. And I think if I was building it, even back in the 70s, well, would have had a job because I was very young back then. But yes, if I was building it, I think I would have tried to be a bit more neat with the resistors. Um, I don't know what value they all are. Can we see? 16, no, 76K. Yeah, maybe. What's this one over here? I can't read it, particularly through the camera, but certainly weird to see just like orange capacitors with no color, orange resistors rather, with no colors, just a number on them, and 2K pot there, and 330 on it. Who knows? Yeah, interesting leaf switch there. That's for the general and adjust and high power switches. And this pot, yeah, the 2K pot is for the adjustment. And oh, there's a wire around resistor by the looks of it, tucked away there. So yeah, quite shiny inside, and can't really see very much. But this switch is very interesting. It's like two leaf switches. So this side is like contacting, and then contacting this side, and then on this one we're contacting that side, and then contacting this side. So there's like two separate switches in one. So yeah, but quite a complicated like lever switch system just for doing that one little job, you know. And you think they might have had, or they could have had just like press one switch for forwards and the other switch for backwards or something, or whatever it was, ICO and alpha plus beta. Yeah, but they like push to check. I mean, I suppose that's what makes this thing so nice, really, is because they haven't just gone with the cheap option, just put one little push switch and another little push switch. You know, they've gone and made it look really nice, you know. So, yeah, that's very good. And now I can get it back in. Oh, battery. There we are. So perfect. Okay, guys. Well, I'll end the video there. I'll put the battery back in and screw it all back up. And yeah, that will become a part of everyday life on the bench, hopefully. And it's certainly probably a lot quicker just to use this modern unit, and just stick it in there, press the button, and away you go. But certainly for looks, you know, this thing looks bloody lovely. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was the, what was it? Transistor tester. Let me see. It was the Eagle International TT.145 transistor tester. Superb stuff. Cheers for now, guys.